Welcome into the Paul Farrington Show. Paul, joined by Jack Weinberger and Robert Ziggy Ziegler for the Week 4 preview show. Please remember, if you're enjoying this show, to like, comment, subscribe to the channel. We're almost at 25,000 subscribers, guys. Pretty cool. We're making our way there slowly but surely. Got a really fun Monday night show following the Lions and Ravens. I love those live reactions when it's just, every now and then you just you feel it when we're on set here. I guess technically on set in some sense of the word. But yeah, go back and check that out if you want to see. Just a really fun show. People were engaging. It was pretty cool to see how that show developed. Ziggy, you're on your laptop now, right? Your PC crashed?
But yeah, I think I'm gonna have to get a new computer. If there are any generous Paul Farrington Show fans that want to get me a new computer, feel free to slide into the comments.
Are you in Boston right now, Ziggy?
They'll be in Iceland next week, so we're gonna get a bunch. The Ziggy laptop arc, we're in that era.
Wow, so you're gonna be. Are there any PFS fans in Iceland, do you think?
If I'm in Iceland and someone says, "Are you Ziggy?" I'm going to lose my mind.
You're going to flip out.
I mean, that's, Vikings, Iceland,
but
right?
we've gotten comments from where,
Germany.
Yeah, all over the place.
I think
Belgium. Have we got Belgium?
I think we got having a Belgium before. I mean, Ziggy's.
Yeah, you know what? I'll travel to Iceland wearing the Ziggy jersey, and we can see if anyone recognizes.
If there's fans in Iceland, Ziggy will be there.
Yeah, go hang out with Ziggy. Ziggy, any chance you're going to swing by the Viking-Steeler game or Viking-Brown game while you're over in Europe?
I mean, you know what? If the Vikings win the Steelers game, you never know.
Maybe a little Vikings-Browns.
I'm supposed to return to the U.S. a week from Sunday, so we'll stop.
Are you flying out of Iceland? Can you fly directly to Iceland?
Yeah.
Doesn't Iceland have no ice? Isn't it very green and grassy?
Well, this time of year, it gets cold.
I think Iceland and Greenland are the opposites.
I think Greenland's super cold and icy.
Yeah,
and Iceland is. Yeah, it's funny.
All right, well, Ziggy, we hope you have a great trip. This weekend, by the way, I'm super jacked up, guys. We were just talking off air that this week might be the most exciting one of football so far this year. I mean, hell, with Chiefs and Ravens, Eagles-Bucs, the Sunday night football game, Packers and Cowboys, the Micah Parsons revenge narrative. We're going at it, Jack. Steelers-Vikings from Ireland, as I've predicted. What, are you yawning?
So the Steelers-Vikings game is boring. It's always boring when you know the outcome ahead of time.
Not for the show, but yeah, I guess most people watching when Kevin O'Connell split in the G early third quarter.
You're beating a dead horse.
35-10.
You're beating a dead horse.
I'm gonna be drinking a Guinness at 11:30 in the morning. We'll do a live reaction to that. Should be a fun Paul Farrington Show day with the reaction to Vikings-Steelers.
It'll be all Steeler fans waving their towels. No Vikings fans there.
I think you're wrong, man.
As we're up 28-0 at the half, Rodgers is dealing and wheeling. You'll see.
Would you actually change your mind if before the game they showed Ziggy leading a cohort of Icelanders into the Dublin Stadium doing the Skull chant?
I'd say we win by more than
no shot.
Yes.
No shot. All right, so today's episode will be the regular preview show that we do. We'll have the joint power rankings off the top. Then we're going to dive into the Monday morning headlines where we predict the morning headlines on Monday for some of the biggest games of the weekend. Zig or Zag, which is 3-3 right now. Ziggy's looking to get a winning record. Huge week for Zig or Zag. Game picks, and then the Jack cap of the week, 3-1 on the year. Jack looking to rebound from his first loss. Still profitable, still net positive here.
Half a point.
But another big week.
Point loss.
You've been dialed in to start this season. You've been extremely dialed in. But we did want to mention, too, off the top here, your boy, Jaxson Dart, starting this weekend for the Giants against the Chargers. So a little MetLife surprise for fans who bought tickets over the past couple weeks. What do you think?
I want to go to the game and watch my boy's debut. I might actually go ahead and do that. And I called this. I said, Russ will be 0-3, 0-4, and here comes Jaxson Dart, and the Giants will win out. So it starts with the Chargers. I'm excited. I mean, I've been looking forward to seeing him play. I thought week 1 he should have been their starter. I don't know what this nonsense has been. They bring him in once in a while and have him run these read options.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
That's crazy.
I'm pumped to see him throw the ball and be the guy and be their quarterback. And I'm excited to see what he's going to bring to the field this Sunday against Justin Herbert.
Even Collinsworth was saying during the game, he's like, is this finally going to be the time they have him throw the football? And it was just, all running plays, whether or not it was read options. You're right. Yeah. For him or scatter.
I'm saying 320 yards, 4 touchdowns this weekend against the Chargers. Just lights him up completely.
Russ had a weird little stint, didn't he? Just looking over his games, 160 yards, 2 picks. Next week, 450 yards, 3 touchdowns. And then last week, and then the Commander game, 168 yards in week 1.
It's sort of unfortunate because we knew that. I feel like we knew at the time that was going to be the last vintage Russell Wilson performance of his career. But you can't bench him after that. But it would have been nice for him to go out on top, I think.
I felt bad on Sunday Night Football when the MetLife crowd is booing him. I don't think you should boo your guys. I know they want to see Jaxson Dart, but that felt wrong to me still. I know they were playing terrible, but I don't like that.
You know what's going to happen is...
You're right there?
Yeah. I had a little puked in my mouth a little bit.
God.
This weekend, Ole Miss will beat LSU down in Oxford on Saturday afternoon.
Oh, yeah, tell everyone why.
Yeah, so... Lane Kiffin's daughter, Landry Kiffin, is a student at Ole Miss. Very beautiful girl, by the way.
I knew that name real quick.
She just publicly hard launched her relationship with LSU star linebacker Whit Weeks. So Ole Miss is hosting LSU this weekend. And, you can never underestimate the power of a father when it comes to his little girl. So,
okay.
So I believe that in the Grove this weekend, Ole Miss will kick the crap out of LSU. And then Lane Kiffin will call up Jaxson Dart, Billy Jackson. You're seeing this nonsense with my daughter dating an LSU linebacker. We just won big. Now you got to win big. And Jaxson Dart will have a big game too on Sunday. It's an all Ole Miss weekend this weekend. Ole Miss big and then Jaxson Dart big.
The cap of the week.
Yeah, Jack has already said this is not the cap of the week.
If this isn't the cap of the week, I can't wait to see what we've got.
You're just handing out winners right now, handing them out.
Yeah, that's a free winner.
Did you guys see the Eli Manning Jaxson Dart story that broke out? Where
the steakhouse?
Yeah, where Dart called Eli and asked him if he could get him a reservation at a steakhouse in New York, and Eli's like, dude, I told you could call me to talk football and I can help you. Like, no, you got to earn that.
Yes.
You got to think that the two of them, though. Again, another Ole Miss guy, Eli Manning. So they must know each other for quite a while now. I think some people took that and raised an eyebrow, like, "What are you doing, Jackson?" But
that was a joke he was telling, basically.
Yeah. I don't think there was anything serious to that. And yeah, if he's known Eli for a while, hey, why not give it a shot? Right?
Yeah, shooting a shot.
Shoot or shoot. Man.
We all do.
Okay, let's dive in here to the joint power rankings. For anyone who's new to the show, here's how it works: we go one at a time, 10-1. We're going to be each picking one team at a time, ranking our top 10 teams. And it's a little different from regular power rankings where we just go all 10 per person. So it adds a little chaos when someone throws in a team you're not expecting and messes up your ranking. So, Jack, please kick us off with number 10. I don't like where this is going.
It's back in the top 10,
this
baby.
This can't, no.
After forcing 5 turnovers. No, I got number 10, I got the Bucs. This is a team I do like. I like the Bucs. However, these first three, the Bucs could easily be 0-3. Like they've won their first 3 games now where they've scored their go-ahead points in the last 2 minutes of the game. Mm-hmm. I like Baker Mayfield. Ibuka's awesome. And this Bucs team is good. And I just think they will get better. They'll figure out how to win, I guess, less
a game-winning drive.
Yeah, less ugly. Like the talent's there. But a team that was down to the Jets this week by a point late. They're down to the Texans late, scored a touchdown in the final 5 seconds.
Yep.
They're 3-0, and that's great. Could very easily be 0-3. And because they're 3-0, because they have won games, because Baker's playing decent and Ibuka's playing awesome, they deserve a spot in the top 10. But I wouldn't put them much higher than 10, so they're coming right in there at number 10.
Gotcha. Was there any real thought about the Steelers there at 10?
Pittsburgh's 12.
12? Okay.
Yeah.
And Seattle, are they 11 for you?
Seattle's
I know you're a big Seattle. Oh, Seattle's much higher. I think Seattle's good.
Seattle's like 7 to me.
You put Seattle and Tampa on the field right now, that's going to be a good game.
Yeah.
You're talking about the Bucs and close wins. Their point differential right now is +6 on the season. That is tied for the lowest point differential for a 3-0 team in the history of football with the 2005 Commanders and the 2020 Titans. So exactly your point here. They are getting by just barely week in and week out. They're giving up a lot in the fourth quarter. The Jets put up 21 on them. Now, that did include a blocked kick return for a touchdown. But at some point, you got to think that magic starts to run out. A lot of times you see it happen to teams in the playoffs. So I also had them at 10. But I came very close to having them on the outside looking in just because how good are the Falcons? How good are the Texans even? And the Jets? These wins are not coming against good teams either. Ziggy, What do you think for number 9?
At number 9, we're going to stick with the NFC here. We're going to pick a team that's not in the lead in their own division, but I think is the best team in their own division. I'm slotting in the Rams here. They had a heartbreaking loss against the Eagles, and if they won that, maybe we'd put them a little bit higher. I don't think so. And they played a close game against the Texans, which looked really good at the time, but now you sort of wonder how much that means. But look, you've got Matthew Stafford. You've got a great offense. You've got a relatively effective defense. When this team is playing their best, they are explosive. I don't want to put them above any other undefeated teams. And I don't think they've had that statement win like some of the teams that are higher, like the Lions, like the Packers have had. But the Rams are a very solid football team. They face a big test from Indianapolis this week. If they win that, I could see them moving up even higher.
Yeah, it's funny if the Rams don't blow a 19-point lead, they're probably higher on this. So
they're probably top 5.
But you blow a 19-point lead, that's going to cost you in the Paul Farrington Show power.
Yeah, it always does.
Look, as it should.
It always does.
As it should.
They seem to be unable to put Philly away or to have that one big play against the Eagles, right? Even going back to the divisional last year, you're on the 20-yard line, chance to go to the NFC Championship game. Jalen Carter bursts up the middle, blows up your Super Bowl hopes. This time, a block kick return for a touchdown. Like, they just can't make that one play.
They're kind of like the Ravens of the NFC.
Little bit.
They play the other good teams, and they look good.
They're right there.
Like, they have the game won, they're right there, and they just can't win.
That's a great connection. I'm curious, Ziggy. So at number 8, I had the Rams actually higher, but I'm going to put the Colts right now at number 8. Still not sold on them. Like I believe in the Rams in a big situation to keep it a close game. The Colts, I'm still sort of in. I think this still might be like the honeymoon phase of them having a hot start to the season. But at the end of the day, they're second in the league in yards per game, third in points. Defensively, they're top 10 against the pass, against the rush, and in points per game allowed. Daniel Jones is playing great football, and Jonathan Taylor is an absolute beast. He is right up there in the same conversation as Saquon, Derrick Henry, whoever, Bijan, Gibbs, any running back you mention. Right now, Jonathan Taylor is in that S-tier running backs, and it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. What? Do you ruffle your...
He's not that good.
He is that good. Absolutely that good. Really?
He's not one of the 3 or 4 best players at his position in the league. Sorry.
Him or Jalen
You don't
Warren.
think he's on the same tier as those other top running backs?
No.
Why?
If I'm not going to put Josh Jacobs up there, I'm not going to put Jonathan Taylor up there either.
Well, I think Jonathan Taylor is better than Josh Jacobs.
Taylor or Warren?
No, there's... Okay, Jack. There's clearly 3 running backs in the NFL that are a tier above everyone else. So you can make it 4 if you want to include Derrick Henry.
I guess I just disagree on that one. I'm a little curious, Ziggy. We'll wait till we can get back to you. So right now we have Bucks, Rams, Colts. Jack, who you got 7?
The Seahawks. I watched this team play in Pittsburgh. First of all, they should have won week. Well, they should be 3-0. Like, they had the game at home against San Francisco, won. But that was just like Sam Darnold, new team, week 1, getting to know everyone, getting his feet wet a little bit. Then they go into Pittsburgh. Defense, for the most part, is awesome. And they come home and then beat a team by 30 points. Sam Darnold right now is rolling. I think this team looks incredible. They're my early pick to win the NFC with the way they're playing right now. I'm sliding in Seattle with Sam Darnold to number 7.
So they're your pick to win the NFC?
Yes. I think Sam Darnold's a fantastic quarterback.
Ooh,
like they have looked
changed about Sam Darnold from last year that makes you think he's winning the NFC? Because last year, I mean,
last year he had 14 wins.
He played the really great teams and they got pressure on him. He folded.
But he had 14 wins last year, and now he has Jaxson.
If you want to say win the division, I can totally see that. Winning the NFC seems aggressive.
Now he's got JSN, who's better than Justin Jefferson. I mean, this team is legit. I got Seattle at 7.
I like Seattle. I think this means we're leaving out leave out. I know who we're leaving out now.
Leave out Baltimore. That team stinks.
I like the Seahawks actually. I don't think they quite crack my top 10, but defensively those guys, Mike McDonald's done a really good job. And Sam Darnold, yeah, he continues to play good football. I need to see it against a little higher quality competition right now.
They won in Pittsburgh.
I know. They won in Pittsburgh and they lost a close game to the 49ers. And winning in Pittsburgh, jokes aside, winning in Pittsburgh is a hard place to go and win a football game. Anytime you win on the road, it's hard in the NFL. Just ask Packers fans right now. I just need to see it a little bit more from them before I put them above a couple of these quarterbacks, especially that now we're going to leave at least one of them out. I'm not furious, but I'm close.
I mean, JSN, Cooper Kupp.
Cooper Kupp, what is Cooper Kupp has done nothing.
This defense.
The defense is great. The secondary is elite.
Kenneth Walker.
As long as he stays on the field.
They're a strong team.
Seems good.
Ziggy, are you okay with this, actually?
This is higher than I would put them. They are just outside my top 10. That's only because I feel like they haven't played very good teams and some of the other teams above them had, but this is not a crazy spot to put them.
No. I actually think it is crazy given the who we're going to be leaving out.
I worry that I'm vibing with, Paul, I know what team you're upset about us leaving out, but they're not in my top 10. I know they're not in Jack's top 10.
Oh, no chance. Yeah. No chance.
All right. Let's go number 6, Paul.
Okay. Let's go number 6, Ziggy.
We're enjoying the NFC North. Look, there's an AFC West team that you just have to put in your power.
No.
They've got one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. They've got a very solid defense. They've got a really great head coach of a track record of winning championships. This is where we're putting the Los Angeles Chargers.
Oh, I thought you said NFC West. I was like, what is happening?
We're going to the AFC West.
Oh,
okay. We got to put in the Chargers here. Look, they've had an extremely strong start to the season, beating the Chiefs and the Broncos and the Raiders. Like going 3-0 in your division to start the season is as good a start as you could possibly ask for. Justin Herbert is rolling. The defense is playing very, very strong against some decent offenses. I'm very high on this Chargers team. Now, of course, they're the Chargers. They're probably going to find a way to let us down at some point. I can't remember the last time I felt this optimistic about a Chargers start. I'm very happy putting them at 6 here. And look, if they keep playing like this, an AFC run is absolutely on the table, given what we've seen to start this year.
And this week was a battle, too. And I'm impressed with the way that LA came out on top. Like the Broncos haven't lost that tough game to the Colts. LA was going to get the Broncos all in that game. Division game, Denver off a loss, and it was back and forth. And LA able to eke it out there for their third straight division win. I had them like number 4, but I'm cool with 6.
This is the year. This has to be the year. If it doesn't happen this year, if it doesn't happen this year, it will never happen for the Chargers. I'm very confident saying that right now.
Because the Chiefs stink.
But if you are a Charger fan and you're looking ahead to week 4, like at the end of the year, if the Chargers don't win the division, they're going to look back on this week. Like, you know how when you're a fan of a team, like you're in the fourth quarter, you're like, how the hell did we get here? When you're losing, like it was so good an hour ago. This will be the moment that Chargers fans go back to because they're going to New York to play a first-time starter in Jaxson Dart. Now, Jack obviously feels a different way about him, but they should be 4-0. And the Chiefs have Baltimore coming in. There is a world that we walk away from this weekend with the Charge. I think the likely world might even be, or a very possible world. 4-0 Chargers, 1-3 Chiefs, with the Chargers having beaten Kansas City. I don't care about Denver.
So that's 4 games up.
Yeah, that's 4 games up through 4 weeks.
Yeah,
so this is it. This is the time, and I am. I'm all good with them at 6. I think they could have been higher as well. Justin Herbert's playing great football. Jim Harbaugh's vision is starting to come into fruition. I'm very upset now that this means with number 5, I'm going to put the Baltimore Ravens, and now the Chiefs cannot be in this power ranking here.
Baltimore was like 9.
When's the last time the Chiefs weren't in our power ranking? I don't think it's maybe since the start of the show.
Segment.
Well, they should not be there. Like this is about time.
I think they should be towards the end of the top 10 currently.
No way.
But I get you guys don't want to do it. We'll see what happens with the Ravens.
What was it? 6-6 end of the third quarter. The Giants
and that's when Mahomes threw the ball. I loved when he threw the ball backwards. And then, to be fair, that was an amazing play when he just stole it from Okereke. And I always want to say like Okereke, like how McAfee said his name in his when he was drafted. But when Mahomes made that play and Collinsworth goes, what a play by Patrick Mahomes.
He knew right away that was behind the line of scrimmage, and he just hustled right back there to recover.
It's like he shot the team in the head and then did some excellent brain surgery to take the bullet out. The brain surgery is impressive, but you almost just killed your team.
And then, I love how Mahomes, the second he'll, mess up or something, he'll look to the sideline, do his little wave, the 2 middle fingers like this.
Yeah. All right, you need to stop. So, I was just cracking up when he had that reaction. I was like, "Oh, Collinsworth, you're gonna get blasted for this." Anyway,
here's a guy almost like Patrick Mahomes.
so I had the Ravens at 5. I can't put them too far down because they've lost the number 2 and 3 teams in my ranking personally. I can't have that be cause for a drop that far. But the way they're losing is concerning, and the defense has not looked good against top competition. Derrick Henry has been, we'll save this a little bit for the previews we have coming up, but Derrick Henry's fumbled 3 times in 3 games, arguably cost them 2 of these games. And Lamar got shut down in the 4th quarter by the Lions. Like, there's absolutely concern with Baltimore, but they are still so potent offensively that I have to keep them in the top 5.
Yeah, like every time I've said this last time, every time I watch Baltimore start to finish, they seem to not play well. So I don't know what it is. They seem to be great when I'm not watching the TV. I had them lower at like number 7 or 8. I was pretty disappointed how they played on their home field in a night game for the whole second half against
black uniforms.
Got bullied by the Lions for the whole second half. Like the Lions ran on their throat. Lamar was pretty bad. Henry couldn't get anything going for the first drive. I had him lower. I think this team's bad, but
I'm certainly worried about the defense. It's hard for me to give up on this offense. Keep an eye on this Nnamdi Madubuike injury.
Yeah.
Like to have Harbaugh come out and say, I'm concerned about it, but I haven't been given the okay to say why I'm concerned. That's really not what you want to hear about a player who I doubt many non-Ravens fans have heard of, but is actually like an integral part of the interior of this defense.
Yeah, easily their best pass rusher.
13 sacks last year. I don't think you heard about this guy at all. I think that's 23 actually. But like I'm very nervous about this defense if I'm a Ravens fan.
I had them like 11.
Who do you have at 4, Jack?
The Packers.
Correct, I believe.
The Packers.
I believe that's correct.
Our previous number 1. Still a top 5 team. Defense is fantastic. Offense has to figure things out, which I believe they will.
Browns have a really good defense.
But also, like I said, this is nothing to hit the panic button on. This was a spot where Green Bay had their first 2 games at home. It was electric. Now they went on the road and took Cleveland lightly. It was a typical like trap type hangover spot. Cleveland got them. It's the NFL. Called that to a T. Green Bay drops from 1 to 4.
Yeah, this should have been a hard-fought, barely escaped win for the Packers, and instead you have a field goal block to lose the game. And it was actually kind of comical how not only was it blocked, but it was blocked like right back to the 50-yard line. And Baltimore. There's no world where Cleveland should win that game when you're kicking a field goal at the end. But you know what? That's weird things happen all the time.
It's funny too. That kind of stuff like would happen to Cleveland against the Packers, not to the Packers against Cleveland.
Yeah, there was some weird twist of fate. Someone did something.
That was weird
in that stadium.
Someone sold their soul.
So, Ziggy, who do you got at 3?
Sorry, I lost focus for a second. What segment are we running?
The power rankings.
The power rankings. Okay, if we're running the power rankings, I need to make sure we weren't running the record rankings because at number 3 here, I'm putting the Philadelphia Eagles.
Well, I'm going to respond to that in a second.
That's a great pick, Ziggy. That's
walked into the building. It's good to see you,
Producer Zach. Okay.
Great to see you, Producer
Look at his orange, his green. He's
like traffic cone.
Look at that.
Yeah, it's good to see you, Producer Zach. Your mic's not on right now, so you're going to have to slide yourself
Do we
up.
got a camera?
Man, it's good to see. Well, no, we don't have a camera.
No. I thought you were applauding my putting the Eagles at 3 because you should be. They were lucky to escape the Rams off a fluke play. They just haven't looked as good as the 2 teams above them. Putting them at number 3, I like this team. I think they're very good. I think they're one of the teams to beat in the NFC. But I'm sorry, they have not played football as good as the 2 teams ahead of them over the past few weeks. So I'm afraid the Philadelphia Eagles are just going to have to slot in at 3, and they're just going to have to accept that.
Bad ranking.
Well, here's the thing.
Help me out here.
Here's the thing. I don't hate it because
you know I'm right now.
No.
I think you've turned to my theory on this. No.
Because last year, like I was saying how, like I was so fed up with the Chiefs winning these absurd games and like barely eking it out.
Wait for it.
And like Philly this week was getting, like they did not look good. Like they were getting blown.
Struggling to put away the Cowboys and the Chiefs.
Yes. So that's where I fall.
I'm sorry. After struggling to put away Patrick Mahomes on the road.
But that's
struggling to put away the Dallas Cowboys at home.
But yes, but that's where I fall on Ziggy's side. So I come down and I'm in between.
Well, and the Bills struggling to put away the Dolphins at home is like that's we're giving an excuse there.
I'm in between.
The Bills dominated the Ravens, right? They managed to win an
Bills
incredible
didn't
game.
dominate the Ravens.
They
The
put
Bills
away the
got
Jets and
dominated.
Dolphins very easily.
The
The
Bills
Dolphins game was not close.
The Bills were dominated by the Ravens and had a fluky 6 minutes.
There was never a
that fluky 6 minutes is called domination.
There was never a chance the Bills were going to lose to Miami. They won by 10 points. Like the Eagles were getting
There
crushed.
was never a point where they didn't have the lead or the ball.
No. But if we're
I don't hate it.
If we're like making excuses for why the Eagles shouldn't be won, Buffalo having a punch out of Derrick Henry late game heroics and then
also
picking off Tua on a game winning drive.
Also now Philly beating Dallas by 2 with how bad Dallas is looks.
I mean, it's week 1. Jalen Carter was thrown out of the game.
I don't hate
they won.
The Bills have the better record. They have the better.
They don't have the better record.
Schedule.
They have the same record.
Yeah, they're both 3-0.
Yeah, no, but their wins are better. If you can look at the strength of schedule, the Bills have looked better on the field. The analytics say they're better. They've got the better quarterback.
I think you're way off here. Beating Baltimore at home and beating KC on the road, I'm not sure that ought. The other games don't matter. We're talking the Jets, we're talking the Cowboys, we're talking the Dolphins.
It doesn't matter if you struggle.
And the Eagles beat the Rams.
The Eagles have
Dallas Cowboys. The first 3 weeks, the Eagles have given me last year's Chiefs vibes.
The Eagles have beaten better teams. Baltimore's
by far the best win. To come back down 16 in the fourth quarter, that's by far the best win.
I think Baltimore is the best team out of them, but look, man.
And the Eagles was trailing by 20 against the
comment section. I think in a rare turn of events, I think the comment section will side against Ziggy on this one. But that's okay. That's okay.
I don't.
All right, number 2.
3 is a good spot.
Well, I clearly had the Eagles at 1. That means at 2.
You got a tough choice, Paul.
No, it's not for me. I'm putting the Buffalo Bills at 2. I think their offense is nuclear. So fun to watch. Josh Allen's amazing.
Packers are going to be livid.
But I can't. No, I said it after the Monday night game. Detroit is the team to beat for me right now. Them and Philly, I think, are 1-2.
But you don't have them at number 1.
I don't put a team above the defending Super Bowl champion until the Super Bowl champion
I thought
loses.
Team to beat meant you're at the top of the power rankings.
No, I know that it doesn't necessarily coincide.
Won the Super Bowl last year and didn't lose a game rankings.
I do have that rule, yes, and I think that's a fair rule to have implemented. If you win the Super Bowl,
you do not.
I've come to disagree with you on that. I think
sure, and it's fair to disagree.
It's a different. It's a totally different season now.
Sure.
Like Philly they've won, but it's like the Bucs.
It's a respect thing. It's a respect thing to the defending champions. Now I understand. Look, if Eagles lose, I'm back to normalcy. But right now, I got Buffalo 2.
But they're winning like the Bucs.
And
what's the difference?
Well, Jack, you have the chance to do a really funny thing here.
Yeah, well, Detroit got killed by Green Bay. I think Baltimore stinks. People know that. I'm trying to think if else I could put in at number 1.
Oh, the Viking defense did look really good.
I think so. I'll get flamed for saying I think Pittsburgh is better than Detroit, but I'm not going to put us number 1 because I'll get thrown off the show.
Jack, you are entitled to put whoever you want.
You could put the Chiefs at 1.
Can I put the Steelers at 1?
You're entitled.
You're entitled to do whatever you want.
I think our defense is woken up.
Defense is horrible.
Do 5 turnovers against a good quarterback.
Your call.
Like if you mix our week 1 offense and our week 3
defense.
Pick
a team. Who are we going with?
I'm going to go with the Steelers.
All right.
No, I'm going with the Lions.
Detroit at 1.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's the only sane thing to put there.
Ran for 224 yards on Monday Night Football against Baltimore. Their defense took over against Lamar Jackson. And I think you had one of the lines of the year that Dan Campbell went to take a shower and couldn't see his feet because his balls are so big. Mm-hmm. one of the best quotes of the year on the show.
Who has bigger balls, Campbell or Ziggy?
We're not doing
Campbell,
this.
but it's close. One thing to keep an eye on is outside the pass rush hasn't been great this year, but maybe they woke up in that fourth quarter against Baltimore. I know they ended the night with 7 sacks on Lamar Jackson. That doesn't happen. Prior to that, the pass rush had been a little shaky. Marcus Davenport's out for the year. You need someone to step up while Aiden Hutchinson gets back to normal. if that pass rush looks the way it did to close the Baltimore game, look out. Look out. All right, so here's the joint power rankings. Bucs at 10, Rams at 9, Colts at 8, 7, the Seahawks, 6, the Miami Dolphins, 5, the Ravens. You see, that's how you know producer Zach isn't even
just
paying
totally
attention.
out of it.
Totally out of it. You know he's not even paying attention. 6, the Chargers, 5, the Ravens, 4, the Packers, 3, the Eagles, 2, the Bills, and 1, the Detroit Lions have now taken over the power rankings. Horrendous. If you've ever wondered how scammers get your phone number or why your inbox is flooded with spam, this is why. There are companies called data brokers that sell your data. They do it without your consent, and they make billions selling your information to marketers, scammers, and even stalkers. And while they're legally required to remove your info if you ask, they purposely make this process difficult and confusing. That's why I recommend today's sponsor, Aura, to my friends and family. They take care of the hard part, automatically removing your info from these sites and keeping it off. There's nothing more annoying than opening your email, bunch of spam, can't find what you're looking for. Or you open your phone, bunch of texts from numbers you don't know, you don't want them there, and they never seem to stop. Aura is all-in-one digital security. You may already have a digital security tool, but not having Aura is like locking the front door, but leaving the back door open. Get alerts if your personal info is found on the dark web, real-time fraud alerts for credit and banking, 24/7 monitoring to help keep your identity secure, and so much more that Aura offers. One app, every layer of protection. Let's jump into our Monday morning headlines. We're going to tell you what the headline will be Monday morning when you open your newspaper, open up your app, whatever it is, and you see this score and these two teams on the cover. Jack, what game are you taking us to?
I'm going out overseas. Going out to Ireland, where the my Pittsburgh Steelers take on the Minnesota Vikings, and you'll open up your.
I actually can't play that, or else we'll get demonetized.
If we were playing Notre Dame over there, we lose.
Yes,
but the Vikings were going to win. So you're going to open up your.
Can I ask you a serious question about the Steelers?
Yes.
Where is your faith in this team? What do you?
Answer here.
I think they're good.
No, but why? Like what? If there's one thing you can pick about them, is it like? Do you think Rodgers still has it? Do you think
I think
about the Steelers?
I think the division is stinks. I think we're the best team in the division.
No, but what about the Steelers? Do you like? Like, why will they beat the Vikings? Do you think?
I think the Vikings are awful.
No, can you? Or as you say one good thing about the Steelers, and you're failing to say one.
I think the Vikings are bad. Like if we were playing
what will the Steelers do well against the Vikings? Do you think?
If we were playing like the Bills or the whoever, I'd be like, yeah, we're gonna get killed. The Vikings aren't good
again. But what's one thing you think they will do well against the Vikings?
Blow up Carson Wentz.
Okay, there you go.
I think TJ Watt comes in and blows up Wentz.
That's not the right answer, Chad.
Aaron Rodgers will throw for at least 3 touchdowns because he has it in him. He's thrown for at least 2 touchdowns in every game.
I don't think picking Aaron Rodgers against this defense is the way to go.
We need this defense.
I will say this. I want to defend Jack a little bit.
This team stinks.
Having watched Aaron Rodgers play the Patriots game, I watched the Seahawks game, I watched the Jets game.
I mean, he's not bad.
I was wrong about Aaron Rodgers. I thought that he didn't have vintage Aaron Rodgers back shoulder fade throws in him. Aaron Rodgers, when he's locked in when they've needed him to against the Patriots and against the Jets, he's making throws where I say only Aaron Rodgers in NFL history makes that throw. Now, I don't think he's as consistent as he was historically. I don't think he's as mobile. I don't think he's going to be quite as effective. But when Aaron Rodgers is locked in, we didn't see as much last year. It looks like prime Aaron Rodgers. I will give you that.
Yeah, he's playing against a bad.
We're building it up a little bit. I think Rodgers still has it too.
The Vikings are bad.
I've been the most outspoken that I think Rodgers has it, perhaps in the country. However, notice one thing Ziggy said there. He goes, against the Jets and the Patriots, conveniently leaving out the Seahawks game, the best defense that he's played so far. The Vikings will now be the best defense that Rodgers has played.
Did you watch his team play against the Bears?
The Vikings?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Horrendous. Well, did you see the fourth quarter?
Then at home against the Falcons? Like, this team sucks,
The defense is really good.
The team sucks. Like, you lost at home to Michael Penix. Like, Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers will beat you. Like, I have no doubt in my mind. This team stinks.
I don't know how the Vikings defense is the best.
You're asking me like, what's Pittsburgh? Like, we'll just be good enough to beat a crappy team because that's what Pittsburgh does. Like the Patriots. Like that's exactly what this game will be.
I understand. I can see the logic behind not believing in Carson Wentz.
Look, we are good enough to beat crap. We did it against
we're
New
not
England.
crap.
We did it against the Jets. You guys are crap.
All right. I guess
The
we'll
Falcons
find out.
crushed you. The Bears, you guys stink.
I think that Kevin O'Connell, I don't think the Steeler defense
That's
is
the
as
cold
good
hard
as
truth.
people have been giving them credit. And I think that Kevin O'Connell will be able we get Jordan Addison back. Christian Darrisaw's now had a second week back. I think that Kevin O'Connell will be able to scheme up enough to beat the Steeler defense, and that we'll get to Aaron Rodgers and make him make mistakes. I don't think that there's really no one outside DK Metcalf who scares me on the Steeler offense.
No one scares me on. You got blown up on the Falcons.
No one scares you on
The
our offense.
Falcons blew you out at home.
Yeah, they definitely
this
did.
team sucks.
They definitely did, but it was not a good game for McCarthy.
So you're gonna open your paper, and it won't be a headline. It'll be a picture of Mike Tomlin blacked out on the streets of Dublin with a terrible towel in his hand, is saying 3-1, 2 games up, as Pittsburgh takes a 2-game lead in the AFC North
Over the Ravens.
as taking care of Minnesota. Ravens lose to Kansas City. Pittsburgh gets the job done overseas. Rodgers 4 touchdowns against an old team that he hates. Defense back on track. Pittsburgh double digits.
All right.
28-13. I don't believe Wentz could do anything.
Steelers have given up league high 32 explosive plays this year. They're 28th in yards per game allowed, 22nd in points per game, and they have 8 takeaways on the season, 5 against New England, which is the reason they won the game.
Yeah,
yes,
we
5
played
takeaways.
3 QBs much better than Carson Wentz.
All right. We'll see what happens. Ziggy, where are you taking us?
Look, we're an NFC North show. We talk a lot about NFC North games. Those are obviously important, but that's not the game of the week. The game of the week is 2 teams that we did not expect to be 1-2, suddenly facing the fact that one of them is going to have their season over when the Baltimore Ravens go to Kansas City. Now, I know everybody loves to step back and say 1-3, your season's not over. You can technically make the playoffs. If either of these teams start 1-3, there's a good chance their season's probably over. They're probably not winning the division. It's not good. You can recover 2-2. You can't recover 1-3. So you're cracking open the newspaper. You're trying to see who won this huge showdown between the Ravens and the Chiefs. It's a 425 game. It's probably the big game of the week. It's simple. It's not going to be a pun, right? We're not doing any puns. This is too serious for this. The headline is going to be Ziggy and Jack were right. Kansas City's never winning another Super Bowl. The Ravens are going to go in. They're going to dominate Kansas City. They're going to show them that Lamar Jackson, it's his time finally to take over the NFL. The Chiefs defense has been good. It can't make up for this offense. Even though the Ravens defense is not elite, they still got Kyle Hamilton back there, and that's all you need sometimes to win a game of football. Paul, you and I know
Not
that
Monday
very,
night.
very well.
Yeah, okay.
The Baltimore Ravens are winning this one handily, I think. I think this Kansas City team is a fraud. And looking back historically, we're going to say the biggest achievement for the Chiefs was not going on their incredible Super Bowl runs. It's like they made the Super Bowl at all last year of how bad this team is.
My head is with you because I think Kansas City's done. I think Baltimore does beat them. But my heart is picking Kansas City because I'm rooting against.
I understand that you can't pick the Ravens on the road in a huge team.
I
totally get that.
I also, as much as I want to, I want to be 2 games out this week in the AFC North. So I cannot pick Baltimore to win this game, even though if I had a gun to my head, I'd say they probably do.
Because of how bad this team is, Ziggy? What?
I don't think this Chiefs team is very good.
I mean,
when we have watched them on the field, look, we didn't put them in the top 10 of our power rankings. I'm not saying they've looked like the Saints, but the Ravens have looked like they're in a different class. The Chiefs have not.
The Ravens are, I don't know if they've looked like they're in a different class.
I think in the Buffalo game, I think even in the Detroit
You said they got dominated by Buffalo.
Very, very good.
You said they got dominated by Buffalo.
I think he meant the final
Pick a side.
The game was bad.
He meant the final 4 minutes. Final 4 minutes, they got dominated.
The Chiefs, you can say, look, the Chiefs don't look like the old Chiefs. I think everybody can agree on that. The losses they've had are to the Chargers and to the Eagles in very close games where they had an opportunity to win it late. We can all agree, again, that this is not the Chiefs that we've seen in the past. But how many teams in the league, if you take away their number 1 and number 2 receiver, are you going to see a good offense? Right? If Rashee Rice is out, Xavier Worthy's out right now. If you did that to the Vikings,
he was a full participant. Just putting it out there.
I think Worthy will be playing this week. Thank you.
Those guys aren't even like that good, though.
For this team, though, they're extremely important. And Rashee Rice was on track to have one of the better years in football before the knee injury last season. Again, he'll have to come back and be good. But I think it's ridiculous that how do the Chiefs not have any benefit of the doubt when they have their track
they're playing
record?
the team that is the most points through 3 weeks of a winning record or a losing record in the history of the
And they've also given up. They're playing the team that's given up the 31st most or the second most points in football. So
but we put up 22 against the Giants, and I'm supposed to be freaking out.
No, it's just like if we're going to analyze the Ravens as this juggernaut offense, we have to acknowledge the defense has been bad. Chiefs defense has been solid.
I agree. The question is, though, with those players out, with the Chiefs having huge offensive struggles, what do you believe in more? The Chiefs offense against the bad Ravens defense, or the Ravens offense against the good Chiefs defense? And I'm taking the Ravens offense there all day.
I know. You know what? I was going to pick the Ravens in this game, but now I'm switching to Kansas City because I'm upset with the rationale from Ziggy on this one. And going into Arrowhead, I had the headline. It was going to be finally with Lamar like finger in the air. No, not anymore. It's going to be back to business with Mahomes and Kelsey celebrating a win. You've switched me. You've actually switched my mind on this.
I'm rooting for that. Like, that's what I want to see. But I just don't think we're going to see it.
Yeah, I this is on principle now. All right.
You know, they're bad. Like, they're not good. They just have the name.
The Chiefs?
Yeah.
Paul wants us to believe a team that we could not in good conscience put top 10 in the power rankings is going to lose to number 4.
Well, you guys could put them in good conscience.
I hope they win. Like, I hope, Ziggy, I hope you're wrong, but I don't think you will be.
There are now, if I were to mention some things going against Kansas City, if we're being realistic here, pass rush has been pretty bad this year. Outside of Chris Jones, and Chris Jones gets double teamed pretty often. You need someone to step up. Alternatively, I think this is a nice spot for Derrick Henry to try and get going again. He's at 50 and 23 yards after 169 in week 1. Clearly frustrated from the fumbling issues. This is a good spot for Baltimore to fix some of their problem, the 7 sacks, right? It's a nice spot for Baltimore, other than being on the road in Kansas City where they never win. Like, Baltimore has a chance here to really make a statement, but Ziggy has turned me, and now I'm relying on Arrowhead to have some of that black
Arrowhead
magic.
lost its lore completely.
We'll see this weekend.
If you can't beat Philly at home, you lose your lore.
The final game here that I'm going to go to for the headline, I'm going to head down to I'm going to head down to Big D. And talk a little bit about
Dublin? We already did that game.
Yeah, the Packers and Cowboys here with Micah Wow. I think the headline will be the bigger D with Micah and Jerry Jones on the headline on the front page, and Micah just blowing up Dak Prescott. That's what I think it's going to be. The Packers are in a perfect get-right spot this weekend. Now, a loss to the Cowboys would be genuinely hysterical, because then all of this momentum after the 2-0 start will be completely flipped on its head. If you lose to Cleveland and a Dallas team where the defense has just been abysmal.
Is Lamb playing?
I mean, Lamb's out, so you're missing your best player offensively for this. I mean, yeah, the Cowboys, if you were to look at the Cowboys in mid-August, the 2 best players on the team, Micah, CD, they're not there. In fact, Micah's on the opposition. It's a great spot for Jordan Love to get back to taking some deep shots, right, against Cleveland. If you saw his throwing chart, almost everything, I think it was all but 1 pass, was inside of 10 yards downfield. Cowboys have given up 13 pass plays of 25-plus yards this year. 5 of those have gone for touchdowns. 12 of them came against either Russell Wilson or Caleb Williams, 2 QBs who had get-right games. Nice spot for Jordan Love and the offense to get back in rhythm after a tough loss in Cleveland.
A lot of this game is going to come down to the injury reports. I know you talked about CeeDee Lamb not participating, neither did Trayvon Diggs. Mm-hmm. It's not looking much better for the Packers, though. Players who were limited or did not participate: Aaron Banks, Anthony Belton, Carl Brooks, Javon Bullard, John Fitzpatrick, Josh Jacobs, Tucker Kraft, Micah Parsons, Zach Tom, Rashid Walker, Devontae Wyatt. Now, not all of those are players who are going to miss the game. Like, we're not worried about Micah Parsons. But some of them, like Zach Tom, like Javon Bullard, like Aaron Banks, we don't know if they're going to be healthy. And as much as we can sit back and say, and I agree that the Packers are going to win this game, if the offensive line isn't healthier and it looks just as bad, does it matter that Dallas's defensive line isn't very good?
Yes, it does.
That Packers offensive line, it looked like The Alabama Crimson Tide could have beaten them.
It does matter because, and obviously you don't want to have.
Well, Alabama's gotten right, Ziggy.
Obviously you don't want to have backups in, but you have to remember who they were playing, and that's part of the reason why they looked so bad. Is you have Myles Garrett on the other side. That Browns front seven's really talented, especially the pass rush. That was a worst case scenario for having your left guard come out, for having your left tackle come out for a couple plays, for having Zach Tom go down. It was a horrendous position that the Packers were in against that team.
I don't want to hear this Kenny Clark erasure.
I think we see the headline say easy pickings, and it's George Pickens flexing in the end zone after his third touchdown.
If someone were to step up on the Dallas side of things, it's going to have to be George Pickens.
We did see George Pickens step up in a huge way last week. I know good. That they didn't win the game or even get particularly close, but he had a very strong performance.
Is Diggs out, Trayvon?
He didn't practice. We will see what happens with that. That's going to be, I think, we'll find out closer to game time.
Also, you know what I could see? I could see like a Micah Who with Dak staring over him like this.
And Clark is hurt as well, I believe. Is he playing? Kenny Clark?
But he's not on the injury report.
Okay. I'm hard pressed to find ways where Dallas is able to put up enough points to keep up with Green Bay after the injuries that they've had now.
This is not a great angle to play the Green Bay Packers. I will tell you what.
No, this is.
I think Micah Parsons is out here. He's saying in interviews the Cowboys were the ones with feelings. I don't have any feelings about this. We're going to see Terminator Micah Parsons out there.
Yeah, Micah's over under Micah Parsons sacks. What's the line?
I don't think he gets 1.
2.
2.5.
I think he's put on his back.
3.5.
I think Dallas puts him on his back.
Tyler Booker might miss the game, Jack.
Yeah, I was going to say if Tyler Booker's out.
Oh, Booker's out?
He's probably going to IR.
Oh.
If Booker's out.
That was my boy.
And now I know that he's an interior, but the entire vibe of the offensive line falls apart without him.
I'm feeling
they need Big Shirley.
Big Shirley.
They do. I'm feeling a Dallas dub. I have the inkling. I think Dallas.
Really?
I want to dunk all over you and say that's a ridiculous take. You had an inkling last week.
I think Dallas beats Green Bay.
I think the inkling for a Browns win actually, I know people are making fun of the Browns, but their defense is fantastic. And the Cowboys, that was the best. If you rank the units for the Cowboys and the Browns defense is the number one unit. And that's what kept them in the game. Now, their offense is brutal at times, but the defense was able to get them the win. I actually think I'd be more surprised if the Packers lost to the Cowboys this weekend.
I think Dak wakes up this weekend.
He's got to wake up.
I'm feeling a Cowboys win.
All right, let's head over to Zig or Zag, which is 3-3 on the season. Ziggy picks a prop or a game line, and Jack and I get to either zig with him or zag.
What was last week? 2-1.
So last week I had 2 huge wins and a huge loss. Browns Packers under, huge win. Vikings covering 3 points, huge win. Ray Davis over. He did not get a touch. So
you had 2 great wins.
I'm pretty sure
you had 2 blowout wins.
You zigged on all 3, and I zigged on the first 2, and I zagged on Ray Davis.
Yes.
Yeah. So Paul knew, but we're going to do better this week. And this week it all starts with the Steelers-Vikings game. Look, I don't always like picking games that we've talked about earlier in the show, but this one is too obvious. Paul, quick question for you. You know which defense gives up the most explosive passing plays in the entire NFL?
Pittsburgh Steelers.
It's the Pittsburgh Steelers. Do you know a player for the Minnesota Vikings who's known for explosive passing plays who's coming back?
Jordan Addison.
And you're telling me Jordan Addison's line is 45.5 yards? Buddy, I would be interested in taking Jordan Addison the longest reception, 45.5 yards over. But we don't have to touch that. Give me Addison over 45.5 receiving yards. Easy. Expect him to get that in the first quarter.
You know I'm actually going to zig that.
First quarter.
You know I'm actually going to zig that. You know why I'm going to zig that? Because I think we lock up Justin Jefferson, and I think Addison gets some garbage time nonsense in the fourth, down by 30 points. So I will zig that.
Oh, I just want to also say, Jalen Naylor has been fantastic this season.
I don't know who that is.
You'll know. You'll know. He's our number 3 receiver.
This is why we're going to be.
I believe that he has the number 1 separation rate in football right now.
He is very good.
Always open. Now, a huge problem
It's a
that we
meaningless
have.
stat.
A huge problem we have. So we can't always get him the football. But he is always open. And at some point, you have to think that it'll work out with McCarthy or Wentz. Whoever's throwing the ball has got to be able to get it to him. I cannot wait to see this Vikings offense fully functional. Now, does that mean J.J. McCarthy's quarterback or Carson Wentz? I'm not sure. But everything else, I can't wait to see.
You haven't seen Darius Slay and Jalen Ramsey yet.
Darius Slay. How old is Darius Slay?
Doesn't matter.
Is Darius Slay?
He's playing like
a guess. How old do you actually
playing like he's 25. He's playing like he's 25.
Is he?
34?
I thought he was like 32.
He's 34 right now.
Age is but a number.
What's Darius Slay's PFF grade right now? Not that means
That's
anything,
another
but
stupid
just
stat. Like, what does it even mean?
Well, it means something.
right now, Darius Slay. Hold on, let's have this load up here.
Well, I'm sure you can guard Naylor, whatever the hell his name is.
No one can. Nobody can guard Jalen Naylor.
I'm just looking at how long we've been recording. How long did you guys spend on the fucking power
Yeah, wait, how long have
rankings?
we been going?
I don't care about that, but Jesus, what were you guys talking about for the power rankings?
Let's keep it moving.
Oh, yeah, we can speed it up.
The grade is locked.
Slay will lock up the whoever bum receiver you have. That's all I have to say.
All right, let's go over to the second. I'm going to zig with you as well, obviously.
All right, number 2. This is a guy who's got a starting job. He hit 69 yards and 8 carries last week. I know Seattle's a tough run defense, but we'll be looking at a zig and zag that's already 1-0 by the time the Steelers and the Vikings play, because Trey Benson is for sure hitting over 48.5 rushing yards. He's the feature back now. James Conner's on IR. He ain't coming back. He's going to get fed against Seattle. I'm taking a starting running back to go over 58 yards every time.
What's the number?
58.5.
So,
Zach.
Ziggy, do you remember when last week I said you would have been 3-0 if I didn't zig all 3 of your picks?
Yes.
The only one that lost was I zigged all 3. So I'm going to zag this one because I think Seattle's the best team in football. So I'm just going to zag.
I'm going to zag as well. He is gone. Now, I know James Conner has been there, but there's only 2 games in his whole career where he's had over 55 rushing or 58, whatever it is.
Yeah, and one of them was last week.
Yeah, one of them was against the Saints, who I think the Seattle defense is really good. I think
the other against the 49ers on 10 carries, he got 42 yards.
I don't know, Ziggy. I'm just not feeling it. I'm not feeling I'm not feeling the Cardinals
Ziggy,
right now.
Look what Paul's got on his counter.
Everybody's really zagging today, huh?
I've zagged. No, I zigged.
You zagged twice, didn't you?
No, I zigged on
We
Addison.
got double zig.
We're both 1-1.
Yeah, we're both 1 for 1. Okay, last one.
I don't think I'm getting a zag going. I think I know exactly how the votes are going to go for this. The Los Angeles Chargers are traveling to play the New York Giants. Everyone thinks the Chargers are an unbeatable juggernaut. They're 6.5-point favorites.
I don't know about that.
They're on the road in New York. It's a cross-country travel.
Jersey.
Jaxson Dart is starting.
Bro.
This Giants team is rocking. It's the best defense
Giants
the Chargers
team
have
is
faced
rocking.
all season. Jaxson Dart is ready to play. Lane Kiffin's going to give him the phone call, just like Jack said. He's going to take care of business. They're not going to win, but I think they're going to cover 6.5 points at home in a must-win game against the Chargers.
Oh, that turned me on big time. Yes, big time zig.
I don't
Big time
know
zig.
if this is
That's the biggest
not the best
zag I've ever
defense
seen.
either.
Big time zag.
No, this is a massive zag.
No
Week
way.
1 of Jackson.
Dart's going nuts.
Look, I'm rooting for Dart. I hope he does well, but no way in hell. I think the Chargers are walking into this one, and Jim Harbaugh is going to be eating at whatever steakhouse Jaxson Dart wanted to go to just for the meme.
The lane
Look,
train.
it's Chargers on the road in an early window with a QB shakeup. Something crazy is going to happen.
The lane train will beat LSU, fly out to watch Dart, and then take him out to Eli's Steakhouse or
What if we said for the first 3 weeks now of this show, this is a different Chargers team? The typical Chargers team would come in here and something weird might happen and they'd charger it up. Not anymore. Justin Herbert's dating Madison Beer. It's a different Charger vibe.
Oh.
You know this too.
This is the Chargers. This is a game that Chargers absolutely should dominate. Coming off the best start to the season in a long time for the franchise. You know what the Chargers are going to do. I think it is a different Chargers team because I think they're going to win the game.
Oh, you know what
But I
happens?
think it's going to be way too close, and everyone picking the Chargers in their survivor pool is going to sweat.
You know what happens this Sunday? Jaxson Dart takes Madison Beer to the steakhouse and goes and sleeps with her. That's what happens this weekend. I got the Giants out.
Dart takes Madison Beer.
She leaves Justin Herbert for Jaxson
And
Dart.
every single NFL expert picked the Chargers to win the game and to cover. Just a little thought.
I'm zagging. You're zigging.
Yes, I'm zigging.
All right.
What a shock.
So we've
Okay.
got a double zig on Addison. We have a double zag on Trey Benson under rushing yards. And then we have a split zig and zag on Jaxson Dart and the Giants to cover against the Chargers, which leads us into our game picks. Producer Zach, would you like to give game picks as well?
Sure, why not?
All right, let's do this here. We start off on Thursday Night Football tonight. The Seahawks are 1.5-point favorites on the road against Trey Benson's Arizona Cardinals.
The best team in football, Seattle.
I like the Seahawks, but I think Kyler Murray and Trey Benson are going to get it right. I'm taking the Cardinals here.
Seahawks.
I got the Seahawks as well. This is a big prove it point for Arizona to me. Now, I think actually you could say it for both teams. And what have we said, right? The Seahawks are the litmus test in the National Football League. You beat the Seahawks, you're a good team. You lose to the Seahawks, you're not a good team. Cardinals have that opportunity. I don't think they're a really good football team. I have Seattle as well. The Vikings, 2.5-point favorites in Dublin against the Steelers. Basically a home atmosphere for the Vikings by the end of this thing. We got 3 skulls. We got, producer Zach skulling. Jack, you wanna jump in here? It feels good. Feels real good.
Okay, fair enough.
All right, Jack.
3-1.
For anyone on audio, Jack is waving his terrible towel.
Yeah, I got the Steelers big. Steelers big. I'll skull next weekend.
Kevin O'Connell splits the the Eagles are 3.5-point favorites at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
The Eagles. The Eagles.
Tampa gives them some trouble.
No, they do. I'm picking the Eagles.
Baker Mayfield just wins. It's that simple. When the Bucs have needed him to just win this season, he's just won. On the road, it's tough to just win. At home, it's easy for this Tampa Bay team to just win. 2023 playoffs, come back and haunt the Philadelphia Eagles. Baker Mayfield gets the win.
I actually don't think I can pick against the I picked against the Eagles last week and they were up down by 20 and won. So I don't know if
Well,
I
that
can
was
pick
at
against-
home. I told you. I tried to tell you that. I actually think lately I've been pretty on.
I mean, they were down 20. Like the Rams covered. Oh, they didn't. There's a block. I forgot the blocked punt.
Yeah, it's like the worst. It's the worst beat ever.
Wow. Yeah. Jeez.
Give me the Bucks.
So the last time when they played last year, the Bucs won 33-16 at home. Baker threw for 350, 2 touchdowns. Also ran one in. I don't think that sits well with the Philadelphia Eagles. If there's one team in the league right now that the Eagles can circle and say, like, yeah, they're pissing us off, I think it's the Buccaneers. They lost them in the playoffs.
You think they didn't do that after getting blown out in the wild card game the year before?
No, but this was still early last season, was still part of Philly figuring it back out with Saquon. Part of that, I think you could draw that out as part of the Eagles collapse when, yes, they did get blown. They lost in Tampa as well. I think the Eagles go in and where they've lost now a couple times in a row, I think they take care of business and move to 4-0. They have that. I'm not sure. I don't feel the same way about them as last year where they felt unstoppable. But right now they feel it takes a lot to beat this team. It takes a lot.
I got Philly close.
The Saints go to Buffalo where they are 15.5-point dogs at the Bills. Let's just say spread. Are you taking the Bills 15.5?
I'm not taking the Saints. So yeah, I would take Buffalo.
And the
I'll
points.
take Bills against the spread.
Yeah.
Bills.
And the points.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll never take the Saints, so I will agree with you guys. The Browns go to Detroit where they are 9.5-point dogs.
This will be 62-0 Lions.
Yeah, the Lions prove that the best team in the NFC North doesn't lose to the lowly Cleveland Browns. Give me the Lions.
Roar.
I got the Lions too. I think they'll cover as well. The Titans go to the Texans where Houston is a 7.5-point favorite.
The Titans rival the Saints for the worst team in the league. I've picked them now twice, and they're just horrible. So Texans win this game at home.
Yeah, Calvin Ridley is talking about how upset he is with the start of the season. Things are falling apart in Tennessee. The number 1 pick in your survivor pool this week should be the Houston Texans. We're riding the Texans all day on this show.
I'm a Cam Ward fan. Give me the Titans.
I knew you were going to go with that. Ridiculous. I mean, actually, you know, Ziggy saying the vibes in Tennessee are low. The vibes in Houston are also extremely low. But
it's different. The Titans are pissed off, like in desperation, like our season sucks. The Texans are pissed off, like we got to win.
Yeah, I think Houston wins as well. Chargers 6.5-point favorites against the Giants. We hit on the street. Oh, really? Okay. I thought you were just gonna say cover. All right, one giant, Ziggy. You were
Giants
Chargers.
cover, Chargers win.
Bruce, Zach?
Chargers.
I'm also with the
Jaxson
Chargers.
Dart hits Madison
The
Bears.
Commanders are 1.5 point favorites against the Falcons. Is Jay Daniels on? Is he out again?
I don't think it matters. Just give me the Commanders.
Yeah, Commanders.
Daniels feels good, but status
Mario
up to
is good.
doctors. Yeah, I'm with you. Commanders either way. Ziggy?
I'm taking the Falcons.
Yeah, of course you would, Ziggy. What are we doing here?
Falcons beat the crap
What are
out of the Vikings.
What are we doing here? Bryce Young just absolutely annihilated. You're going to take Atlanta
Yeah, it's a
now?
bounce back spot for the Falcons.
It ain't bouncing nowhere.
I'll give you something to bounce on, Zach.
Okay, easy there, buddy.
Whoa.
Here we go, Steelers.
Next
Here
game.
we go.
The Panthers go to New England, where the Patriots are 5.5 point favorites.
The
What's
Panthers
the
and
make
the
of Carolina?
Panthers Pats.
Yeah.
And the Panthers won last week 30-0.
Yes.
Oh, they did the Pats. The Pats.
Yeah, the Panthers are not actually a good team. This has to average out somehow. This is where the averaging happens.
Yeah. The Pats are going to blow them out.
As much as I don't want to pick the Patriots, it's going to be the Patriots. Patriots.
Yeah, this is kind of weird now with Carolina. Like, I still think that they're one of the worst teams in the league. I've unfortunately have
You're
come
better
off
than
the
the
hype
Vikings.
train. Well, maybe by the transitive
Commutative property. The transitive property.
I'm really not a big New England guy at all, but I'm going to pick the Patriots as well. Colts are 3.5 point dogs at the Rams. A sneak, that should have also got a little more love for our Monday morning headlines.
Oh, I actually love the Rams in that game. They'll give the Colts.
What?
their
No,
first loss.
Indiana Jones magic?
No, not in LA. Off that loss to Philly too? No way. I got the Rams. I get the Rams pretty big.
For the shoe, doesn't quite fit this team. And that's good because the for the shoe teams weren't very good. This is a Colts forged team, and they've been forged by adversity. Daniel Jones has been forged by adversity. The rest of this team has been forged with the adversity of having to play with Anthony Richardson. Well, that adversity is over. They're going to go in and they're going to beat LA. You know what? I don't know why I feel good about this team. They are clearly the most fraudulent 3-0 in the NFL. But the most fraudulent 3-0
close.
beats the least fraudulent 2-1.
Close.
Give me the Colts.
Zach?
Colts.
I think the most fraudulent 3-0 is the 49ers, personally, right now.
The
But-
Bucks maybe too.
And the Bucs I have over the Colts have been kicking ass. And oh man, I think the Rams are the better team.
If
but
I
you know
lone
what?
wolf the Rams, that's the best thing in the world.
Oh
No, you know what? Do the Rams serve a jumbo Colts forged hot dog at their concessions? Of course not. Why not? Because the Colts are better than them. It's that simple.
We'll see.
I think the smart pick is the Rams, but I'm going with the Colts. I'm following my JT top 3, top 5 running back.
I'm here with 3 morons, all on the Colts and the Vikings. I mean,
No.
The Colts serve Wisconsin cheese curds at their stadium.
No, you know what? I'm taking the Rams. I think the Rams are going to win the game. I think they're going to win. I'm rooting for the Colts, though. The Jaguars go to San Francisco, where the 49ers are 3.5 point favorites. Nick Bosa out for the year. Huge injury for San Francisco, where I think the doctors didn't initially diagnose the ACL injury, and Nick Bosa was like, no, guys, something's wrong here. Kind of a weird. The 49ers medical staff needs to be brought into question here. Those guys get injured way too much, and they shouldn't be having to tell doctors, no, I'm actually hurt. Brock Purdy obviously still out. Jacksonville, if you have any belief in Jacksonville as a team, they should be able to win this game.
I don't know. I mean, San Fran scrapped their way out against Arizona. I'll take them again at home here in a close game. I got San Fran.
I don't like how many dogs I'm picking here, but I think Nick Bosa is a huge part of this 49ers team.
He likes his dogs.
Get after San Francisco. If you can't get after Trevor Lawrence, he can play football. I'll take the Jaguars. Why not? Travis Hunter is a big game too.
Your dog's barking, Ziggy? Your dogs are barking?
Bruce or Zach?
I'll go with the Jaguars too.
Man, are the Jaguars? Are the Jaguars 2-1? They feel like they're
2-1.
I'm gonna take
The big cats.
I'm gonna take the Jaguars as well. I San Francisco. No, you know what am I doing? I think the Jaguars are bad. I think I'll go 49ers. Shanahan will do enough. McCaffrey will do enough to get by this one close. You don't take bad teams. And Jaguars are bad.
And you're taking Minnesota.
The Ravens at the Chiefs. I think we've made it clear who we're going with. I have Kansas City. Jack, you have Kansas City?
Yes, only because they're in my heart. I need them to win.
Ziggy has turn off his camera.
Ziggy has Baltimore.
I'm not even being on camera for this segment because I don't want to dignify you guys taking the Chiefs to win this game.
Bruce or Zach?
Baltimore.
Baltimore. All right, we're split. The
Split
Bears
decision.
at the Raiders. The Raiders are 1.5-point favorites.
And the Bears won last week, but not 2 in a row. So I got the Raiders.
Bears.
I think the Bears are building something. I'm not going to say it's great. I'm going to say it's good enough to beat one of the 4 worst teams in the NFL.
They're building
I'm
a house
taking the
full of
Bears.
straw.
I
Like
think
it's
the
blown
Bears are
down.
building something that will get.
It's made of straw. Like the big bad wolf is going to come and blow them down when they go on the road to play a healthy Jaden Daniel and the Commanders. But the Raiders are not the big bad wolf.
Yeah, the Raiders have been really disappointing. One of the more disappointing teams, especially after winning Week 1. I'm going to go with the Bears as well. Packers at Cowboys. We all have Green Bay, I believe. Producer Zach,
I got Dallas.
do you really? Oh yeah, you do. I'm sorry. Jack has
I have Dallas.
lone wolfing the Cowboys.
Oh, I got my Cowboys colors on.
I
today,
think you're
too.
biting off more than you can chew with this picking against the Packers right now. Yeah, I think you should have taken your victory last week.
I
and
think
moved on.
Lambeau has a lore. And away from Lambeau is a different team.
Although, didn't you pick the Packers to beat the Browns? You just said it'll be close.
Yeah, I said Packers by like 3.
I think you should have just taken it.
I think the Packers will lose this game outright.
Jets at the Dolphins. Miami, 2.5-point favorites. Zach, let's go.
This is a Monday night. This is at night.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Monday Night Football.
What's his viewership? Like 3 people?
Oh, don't worry, the Bengals are playing too after or same time.
We are treated to Jets, Dolphins, and Bengals, Broncos on Monday night.
Oh my God.
What a follow-up
Should we
to
just give the
Lions
2 picks?
Ravens.
Because I'm taking the
Yeah.
Dolphins and I'm taking the Broncos.
All right,
Yeah, I'm going to take the Dolphins and the Broncos too.
Zach.
Jets, Jets. I have been on this team more than anyone has a right to be.
Again, you've been wrong
Nobody,
every
and I mean
time you pick
nobody.
them.
Makes my New York Jets go 0-4.
Is Justin Fields, is he playing? Would be surprised if Jets. Huh.
Well, Taylor's better than Fields.
You know, Tyrod can absolutely carve up this.
Yeah,
Dolphins
Taylor's
defense.
better than Fields.
Man, I never pick against the Dolphins, but their defense is so bad, Zach. It's like
Oh, the Jets, like, honestly should be 2-1.
but I guess if you're saying they should have beat the Bucs, they had a block kick, like return for a touchdown.
Yeah.
Kind of nonsensical there. But
Yeah.
I'm gonna ride with the Dolphins in this one, and then I'm gonna pick the Broncos as well.
Give me the Broncos too. I think the Bengals are a real spot to cover this. The Broncos are winning this game now.
Here we go.
All right,
Steelers. Here we go.
That leads to the end of the show, which means we wrap up with Jack's Cap of the Week.
Yes. Over to college football here. Tough loss last week, 3-1. We're bouncing back. So I had a funny dream last night that I was playing pickleball with Anna Faris, the actress.
Wait, that's not. Was that what you were waving? I'm sorry.
A terrible towel.
That's not
Yeah.
a terrible towel.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's Notre Dame.
No, it's not.
What do you mean? No, it's not.
It's not Notre Dame. It's a
Ziggy,
terrible
no,
towel.
show Ziggy.
I'll show Ziggy off air.
No, show Ziggy. Show the viewers. The viewers should see.
Paul has a terrible towel here on his counter, which means he
Wait,
knows
if
the
you show
Steelers are
them-
going to
if
win.
You can see
if
the
you should-
leprechaun.
If you should, here, wait. Take a step back real quick, Jack. I actually do have a terrible towel.
This is an actual terrible towel.
There actually is a terrible towel.
Oh,
in
now
this
we got
video.
2 terrible towels.
Okay, I'm sorry to interrupt the Cap of the Week.
Arkansas beats Notre Dame. That's my cap of the week. No, so I had a.
Well, I have to ask a question. Why is Anna Faris in your dreams? Did you see like Lost in Translation and you're like, yeah, this rocks?
So no, I had a dream I was playing pickleball with Anna Faris, and I watched Scary Movie a couple nights ago, so that's probably why. And I played pickleball a couple days ago, so that correlates. So I was playing pickleball with Anna Faris, just super weird and random. And I wake up, I'm like, that was pretty fun. Like, I kind of liked Anna Faris. She was cool. Like, pickleball's a great game. I was kind of upset that I woke up. And you know what's funny? I was trying to realize why I had that dream. And then it hit me. Anna Faris went to the University of Washington. And pickleball was invented in Seattle. So, I mean, going based off that, I got to take the Washington Huskies this weekend plus 8.5 against OSU, Overrated State University. Give me those Huskies in Washington.
All right.
Against Ohio State, 8.5-point dogs out in Seattle. I got
Little
you.
would make me happier than this being
Yeah,
true.
that would be awesome.
Little money line sprink and bink
For Anna Faris.
for Anna Faris.
That's
My
awesome.
my
That
childhood
is a
crush.
so you actually had a dream come to you.
It did. Like, I was legitimate. I'm like, whoa.
Is Is Anna Faris? Is she married?
I don't think she is. She has kids.
She was married to Chris Pratt for a while.
She was. She was, but not anymore.
Anna Faris.
I think she's married to Michael Barrett now.
She has a kid.
Oh, she is. I'm sorry.
I was like, isn't her kid's name? Her kid's name is
Anna Faris was
Jack
at
Faris.
a Super Bowl a couple of years ago. She might be at this game.
Her kid's name is also Jack.
Jack Faris, yeah.
So I got Washington in this game.
Wow. All right, there you have it. The Week 4 prediction show. Zig or Zag looking to have a winning record on the season. Jack Cap in this is a vital spot. 4-1. 4-1 means like you're a dominant team.
I'm already 4-1.
3-2, good start, but 4-1 is like we could be onto something special here, and I think we're onto something special, Jack. So got our game picks in, got our Monday morning headlines, power rankings. The Lions are back on top. Producer Zach walked in halfway through the show. That's always a pleasant surprise. We'll see you guys. Oh, we'll see you on Sunday for reaction live to Vikings-Steelers. Reaction at 7:30 to the slate of games. Reaction 11:30 to Packers-Cowboys. A jammed full day of the Paul Farrington Show. See you soon.